Love in the Diner? A story of redemption and hope. You know, sometimes life has a way of bringing together the most unlikely people, and this story is a perfect example of that. I heard it from an old friend who used to frequent a little diner on the outskirts of town, and it stuck with me ever since. It's a story about a troubled young man from a wealthy family and a poor single mother who found each other in the most unexpected of places. Let me tell you about Alex first. Alex Whitmore came from one of the richest families in the state. The Whitmores were well known for their successful business empire, their sprawling estate, and their impeccable social status. But behind all the wealth and prestige, there was a lot of pressure. Alex had always struggled to live up to his family's expectations. From a young age, Alex was different. He was sensitive, artistic, and had a rebellious streak that didn't sit well with his parents. They had a clear path laid out for him to elite private schools, an Ivy League education, and a position in the family business. But Alex didn't want any of it. He felt suffocated by their rigid plans and longed for a life of his own making. As a teenager, he started acting out. He got into trouble at school, experimented with drugs, and ran with a rough crowd. His parents were at their wits' end, trying everything from strict punishments to expensive rehab programs. Nothing seemed to work. By the time he was in his early 20s, his family had all but given up on him. They wrote him off as the black sheep, a disgrace to the Whitmore name. Alex, feeling lost and rejected, drifted through life aimlessly. He moved out of the family estate and into a small apartment in a rundown part of town. He worked odd jobs to get by, but his life lacked direction and purpose. He was a shadow of the person he could have been, burdened by the weight of his family's disappointment. Then there was Sarah Miller. Sarah was a single mother, working long hours at a local diner to provide for her young son, Joey. She had grown up in poverty, and her life had been a constant struggle. Her dreams of going to college and building a better future were dashed when she got pregnant at 18. Joey's father disappeared shortly after, leaving Sarah to fend for herself and her baby. Despite the hardships, Sarah was determined to give Joey a good life. She worked tirelessly, taking on extra shifts whenever she could, and always put her son's needs before her own. The diner job didn't pay much, but it was steady work, and the tips helped keep food on the table and a roof over their heads. Sarah was kind-hearted and resilient, but life had dealt her a tough hand. She often felt worn out and lonely, but she kept going because she had to. Joey was her world, and she would do anything for him. It was a cold, rainy evening when Alex first walked into the diner. He was soaked to the bone and looked like he hadn't slept in days. Sarah was working the late shift, and the diner was nearly empty. She noticed Alex right away. There was something about the way he carried himself, a sort of quiet desperation that tugged at her heart. "Hi there, what can I get you?" she asked with a warm smile, trying to make him feel welcome. Alex looked up, surprised by her kindness. "Just a coffee, please," he replied, his voice barely above a whisper. As Sarah poured his coffee, she couldn't help but feel a connection to this stranger. She had seen many people come and go in the diner, but there was something different about Alex. He seemed lost, just like she had felt so many times before. Over the next few weeks, Alex became a regular at the diner. He would sit in a corner booth, nursing his coffee and scribbling in a worn-out notebook. Sarah often served him, and they began to exchange small talk. She learned that he was new to the area and looking for work, and he learned that she was a single mother doing her best to make ends meet. Their conversations grew longer, and a genuine friendship began to develop. Sarah found herself looking forward to Alex's visits. Despite his troubled past, she saw a kind and gentle soul in him. He, in turn, found solace in Sarah's presence. Her strength and determination inspired him, and her kindness began to heal his wounded heart. One evening, Sarah invited Alex to join her and Joey for dinner at her small apartment. Alex was hesitant at first, but he accepted the invitation. It was the first time in years that he had felt truly welcomed into someone's home. That night, as they sat around the modest dinner table, Alex experienced a sense of belonging he hadn't felt in a long time. Joey was a bright and curious boy, full of energy and laughter. Watching Sarah with her son, Alex saw a different side of her, one that was filled with love and warmth. After dinner, as Joey played with his toys, Sarah and Alex talked late into the night. They shared their hopes, fears, and dreams. Sarah opened up about her struggles as a single mother and her desire to give Joey a better life. Alex confided in her about his family, his feelings of inadequacy, and his yearning to find his own path. Their friendship continued to grow, and with it, their feelings for each other. But Alex's past was never far behind. One evening, as he was leaving the diner, he ran into some old acquaintances from his troubled days. They tried to drag him back into their world, but Alex resisted. He didn't want to go back to that life, not now that he had found something worth living for. The confrontation shook him, and he confided in Sarah the next day. She listened patiently, her eyes filled with concern. "Alex, you have to decide what kind of life you want to live. You can't keep running from your past, but you don't have to let it define you either." Her words resonated deeply with him. He realized that he had been given a second chance, a chance to rebuild his life and become the person he always wanted to be. But he also knew that it wouldn't be easy. He needed to confront his demons and make amends with his family. With Sarah's support, Alex reached out to his parents. The initial meeting was tense and awkward, but it was a start. He explained to them how he had felt growing up, the pressure, and the sense of failure. His parents, in turn, expressed their regret for not understanding him better and for their harsh treatment. It was a long and difficult process, but slowly, the rift between Alex and his family began to heal. His parents saw the changes in him and began to support his efforts to turn his life around. Meanwhile, Alex and Sarah's relationship deepened. They spent more time together, and Alex grew closer to Joey, becoming a father figure in his life. Joey adored Alex, and the feeling was mutual. Alex found joy in the simple moments they shared, like helping Joey with his homework or playing catch in the park. For Sarah, seeing the bond between Alex and Joey filled her with hope and happiness. She had been wary of letting someone new into their lives, but Alex had proven himself to be kind, responsible, and loving. She began to realize that she was falling in love with him. One evening, as they sat on Sarah's porch, watching Joey play, Alex took her hand. "Sarah, I've never felt this way about anyone before. You and Joey have given me a reason to be better, to be the man I want to be. I love you." Tears welled up in Sarah's eyes. "I love you too, Alex. You've brought so much joy into our lives. I never thought I could find someone who truly understood and accepted me, but you do." They kissed under the fading light of the setting sun, sealing their love and their commitment to each other. With renewed purpose, Alex found a steady job and started taking night classes to finish his education. His family, seeing his dedication, offered to support him financially, and this time, he accepted their help with gratitude rather than resentment. Sarah continued to work at the diner, but now with a lighter heart and a brighter outlook. She and Alex began planning a future together, talking about their dreams and the life they wanted to build for Joey. One summer evening, Alex took Sarah and Joey to a beautiful spot overlooking the mountains. As the sun set, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Alex got down on one knee and proposed to Sarah. "Sarah, you've shown me what love truly means. You've given me hope and a reason to believe in myself. Will you marry me?" Sarah's eyes sparkled with tears of joy. "Yes, Alex, I will." Joey, standing nearby, jumped up and down with excitement. "Yay! We're going to be a family." Their wedding was a simple but beautiful affair held in the garden of the Whitmore estate. Alex's parents had come to fully accept Sarah and Joey, seeing how happy they made Alex. They welcomed them into the family with open arms, and the wedding was a celebration of love, redemption, and new beginnings. Friends and family gathered to witness their union, and there wasn't a dry eye as Alex and Sarah exchanged vows. They promised to love and support each other through all of life's challenges, to cherish the family they were creating, and to never take for granted the second chance they had been given. Life wasn't always easy, but Alex and Sarah faced every challenge together. Alex finished his education and started a career in social work, driven by a desire to help others who were struggling, much like he had. Sarah continued to work at the diner, but she also pursued her dream of becoming a teacher, taking classes in her spare time. They built a loving home for Joey, filled with laughter, support, and endless love. Alex's relationship with his parents continued to improve, and they became doting grandparents to Joey, who thrived in the nurturing environment. Sarah's friends and colleagues at the diner admired her resilience and her ability to find happiness despite the odds. She became a source of inspiration for others, showing that with determination and the right support, it was possible to overcome any obstacle. Alex, once the black sheep of the Whitmore family, had transformed his life through love and perseverance. He found purpose in his work and joy in his family, proving that it's never too late to change and that everyone deserves a second chance. Years went by, and the story of Alex and Sarah became a cherished tale in their community. Their love and resilience had touched many lives, inspiring others to believe in the power of second chances and the strength of the human spirit. Their home was always filled with friends and family, a testament to the love and compassion they had cultivated. Joey grew up in a supportive and nurturing environment, excelling in school and becoming a kind-hearted young man who embodied the best qualities of both his mother and Alex. As Alex and Sarah grew older, they often looked back on their journey with gratitude. They knew that their love had not only saved each other but had also created a ripple effect, spreading hope and inspiration to those around them. Their story, passed down through the years, reminded everyone that love can heal even the deepest wounds and that sometimes, the most unlikely encounters can lead to the most beautiful outcomes. And so, the tale of Alex Whitmore and Sarah Miller lived on, a timeless reminder that no matter where you come from or what you've been through, love has the power to transform lives and create new beginnings.
Be sure to subscribe to Edge of Your Seat Stories and click the notification bell for more captivating mysteries filled with intrigue, romance, and dynamic relationships. Please leave a comment below. Tell us of your stories. Until next time, dream big.